We then skip to another location where a guy with Crocs on his glasses is talking to someone called Dreadbolt, commending him on his placement of the cameras inside Titan's tower. All the better for me to watch your teammates fail. Okay, maybe not commending. The villain known as the Clock King decides he needs to send Dreadbolt in. He orders him not to kill Ravager if she can't be captured. He does tell him he can have fun with Marvin and Wendy though. Clock King then heads into another room and starts talking to someone he has in chains. It's obviously Eddie, as he keeps talking about how Rose doesn't seem to care about him and or to screw with his head and holy mother clucking Scheißer! What did they do to Eddie? He's got like steak sticking out of him, blood is everywhere, and his face is chained to the wall! Holy hell in the handbasket! Why is it that comic relief characters, or at least characters who play the Joker of the team, always get brutalized like this? I mean, it even happened to Speedball! You don't get it! I'm deep though! Stupid editorial management. Anyway, Rose goes back to her room to change into her costume. Meanwhile, Destro's daughter is outside, threatening her with imminent death. Rose tells her that she's not really scared, just rather bored about the whole situation. Asks her casually for what her name is. I'm Persuader. I like my nicknames better. And this is my atomic axe. It cuts through anything. Metal, concrete, flesh, bone. It even makes chili and fries. Rose isn't spooked at all and just calmly gets her swords. The only thing I'm scared of is that I might not be able to hide your body before my teammates show up. Sarah can't seem to persuade Rose to fold, so now she's gonna die. They start arguing about whose swords can cut through more stuff. Girls, this isn't a penis contest. Don't denigrate yourselves. Meanwhile, Drusilla is talking about the inevitable moment when Rose will snap and kill them all. Wow. Great trust in your teammate who has continuously helped you time and time again since she joined your friggin' team. But Tim assures her that he doesn't let her run rampant and that he will let her find those energy swords in his locker. Why? Well, as Ravager goes to take Persuader's head off, all she does is simply knock her out. The hell? Why aren't you dead? I asked that same question to many of those continuous responding Nazis in Call of Duty. Tim explains the swords cut through anything that isn't alive. Otherwise, they're rendered non-lethal. Robin, you stupid sack of cow pie, don't you know the first rule of woman? Never give them something that doesn't friggin' work. That gets you a trip to the couch for the night. It's almost as bad as challenging their 440 or not wanting to talk about your feelings with them. Tim continues to say they can't give up on her, but Drusilla reiterates that she can't be helped, while Ravager continues to defend Titan's tower in the friggin' background. Don't you see, Tim? She's already too far gone. Okay, that does it. Cassie, I've had up to here with this. Let's get some things straight. You don't trust Rose because of her family ties, because she's essentially the daughter of your arch nemesis, and no matter what, she will never change from her evil past and will always be the violent nutjob she is now, so there's no reason to trust her, and you might as well give up on her already. Say, Cassie, how are things with the Amazons going? You know, Cassie, your people, the same group of people who recently starred a crappy miniseries called Amazon's Attack, you know, where they slaughtered every single male in their vicinity, be they an adult or a child, where they pretty much destroyed America's capital city, where Queen Hippolyta herself, who was obviously butt-fuck insane at the time, convinced you to go and bring the U.S. president to her, and then send a group of Amazons to friggin' ambush you at the same time, destroying Air Force One and wounding the president in the process? And that you yourself were apparently surprised by this, despite everything pointing to how obvious it was going to happen. The fact remains, however crappy that series was and how much it derailed the characters involved, your people committed more than enough atrocities In a few friggin' days, she'll reach equals Deathstroke's lifetime number of crimes. What gives you the friggin' moral authority over Rose when you're as guilty by association as she is? Hey, here's an idea, Drusilla. Act like the friggin' person you share your name for the sake with. Act like Wonder Woman already, and show some goddamn compassion, kindness, and acceptance to Rose. The only thing she's ever wanted. Also, stop acting like a total bitch to her already. Then, maybe she'll get better. But no, she's too far gone. Let's give up on her and throw her out on the streets where she can go even more friggin' unstable and actually hurt people by herself without anyone controlling her violent impulses. That's what a real hero would do. Bitch. Anyway, even with Wonder Bitch in the background, Rose continues to wail on the bad guys and finally takes Copperhead out by repeatedly punching him into the ground with her fist, while she explains that all she wants to do right now is hurt him. Bad. Then Dreadbolt shows up and threatens to kill both Wendy and Marvin right in front of her. But Rose guesses he's going to kill them no matter what she does, and she doesn't really like Marvin and Wendy anyway, so she tells him she doesn't care. Don't try and play me with that reverse psychology crap, cause I will kill them. No, it's true. She pretty much hates us. Hey, buck up, man. At least you're not like your replacements.
Wonder Twin powers, activate.
Form of a seagull.
Shape of an ice gondola.
Such horrible superheroes. Rose explains that she's pretty much going to beat up Dreadbolt within an inch of his life with one hand behind her back. He starts shooting laser beams at her, but he can't get her thanks to her future sense. See, this is the problem that you find yourself faced with. The harder you try to hit me, the clearer I see it coming. So stuck on that! The Croc King is amazed to find out that Ravager's future sense is real. Ravager, meanwhile, unties Wendy and Marvin, proving that she does in fact not want them to die, and tells them to run. Wendy and Marvin ask if she's coming, not wanting to leave her behind. But Rose isn't done. Wendy, they've got Eddie. And besides, this is my damn home! So Rose Wilson cares about her home with the Titans, and cares about what Eddie is going through right now. Oh yes, Drusilla, you're so right. Rose only cares about herself, manipulating others, and achieving her own ends. Nobody else. All three of the intruders are now awake and are ready to beat Ravager down. She demands to know where Kid Devil is, and gives him to the count of 3 to tell her. She takes a huge beating, but she isn't going down for the count just yet. Back against the wall, she counts to 3 at last, and cuts the gas line for the tower. Marvin and Wendy contact Tim to tell him what's happened, and sends him a picture of the tower. On fire. So, rather than retreat, surrender willingly, or let them take the tower itself, Ravager decided to destroy the tower, and possibly kill herself in the process. If that doesn't qualify for the awesome counter, I don't know what does. As for what happens to Ravager, well, spoiler time! She lives, but is captured by the Terror Titans. Eddie is eventually freed, but no one knows where she is. A number of other teen heroes get captured too, and this sets off the Terror Titans mini-series, during which Ravager gets more messed up thanks to drugs and the Croc King being a bastard. But eventually, she and the other prisoners escape. Where's Rose now? Well, at the time of this recording, she's currently ended a crossover event with all the other Titans that involves fighting her half-brother Jericho, as he has some serious issues in his head. Long story. She's apparently coming back to the Titans proper, but it's presumed to start telling us she's going to be headed down a darker path. Great. Now they're going to prove Cassie was right. Just super. Why do comics do this to characters? As soon as things are going good for them, they just have to make everything worse. Rose has been through enough already. Can't she just come back to the Titans and be a hero? What's wrong with that? Well, that does it for this episode. If you want more Ravager, may I suggest that you check out the Teen Titans series from as far back as 2007 if you can, be they in original comic book format or trade paperbacks. Or you can pick up the current issues, as she'll be starring in them too. Enjoy her awesome. I assure you, you'll grow to love this hot assassin bad girl as much as I do soon enough. The Lizard King, has spoken.